This episode of Rebel Moon Theory is brought to you by Zack Snyder's Cell Movement. Join Zack Snyder's Cell Movement for the 2/14/25 trending event for hashtag SellZSJL to Netflix and hashtag SellSnyderverse to Netflix. In this video, we're going to be covering all the creatures, along with other creatures that might exist in the Rebel Moon universe. The first creature we are going to cover is known as the Bennu. The Bennus in Rebel Moon have a very close resemblance of a griffin. The Bennus have thick black fur, razor-sharp claws, a pointy beak, and these large wings that spread out so they can fly in the air, along with a long tail. There are also other types of Bennu that have thick white fur instead of black fur. The Bennus were originally from Samandrai, which was Tarek's homeworld. This was until the Motherworld invaded Samandrai. And the only known Bennu to have survived the invasion was the Bennu that we saw in Rebel Moon Part 1. Unless there are more Bennu surviving out there, we could possibly see more in Rebel Moon Part 3. Next we have the Cregars that can be seen in the Rebel Moon House of the Blood Axe comic. The Cregars have blue fur that covers across their body, along with pink fur that covers under their body. The Cregars also have thick limbs, 3 tails, and 4 eyes. It then has these bony plates and blades that grow out of their skin. Next we have the Urakas. The Urakas are recognized as these horse-like creatures, which the Urakas could easily be tamed and were used by the villagers to travel around Veld, along with helping the villagers pull heavy equipment. The Urakas have these thick bony shields that protect both their forehead and their eyes. Their bodies were also light brown, and are also strong enough to carry a rider with them. There are also other kinds of creatures that live on Veld as well, such as the snow elks, the birds, beetles, and fireflies. On Pollux, there are these large rat-type creatures. In Rebel Moon Part 1, where Edward Agus Noble confronts Belisarius in the astral plane, there are these giant fish that can be seen swimming around under the frozen water. There's also a species of dog, along with another species of bird, that can be seen on Motherworld. In the director's cut for Rebel Moon Part 1, there is a monkey-like species that can be seen in the beginning of the film, known as the Tone Primates. The Tone Primates can be discovered on the planet Toa. And in the Rebel Moon Part 1 director's cut, one of the primates can be seen sacrificing itself by self-destructing right in front of a group of Imperium troops. And then on Sashu, there is a species of fly known as the Akaya flies, which can be seen in the Rebel Moon House of the Blood Axe comic. Now I'm going to be covering the creatures that could exist in the Rebel Moon universe. And to start this off, I'm going to say that I believe that dragons exist in Rebel Moon. Along with that, could be wolves and serpent-like creatures. Now I am going to break down as to why I believe that these creatures could possibly exist in the Rebel Moon universe. As we take a close look at the symbol on Jimmy's chest plate, you guys will notice these 2 creatures on the symbol. One is a wolf and the other is a worm. But where have we seen these creatures before? For those of you guys that may not know, Army of the Dead, Rebel Moon, and Twilight of the Gods are all connected. In Twilight of the Gods, we get to see the first wolves that lived long before the old gods. Fafnir the dragon, who is a dwarf prince cursed by Andvari's gold, making him into this powerful beast. Then there is Jormungandr, the daughter of Loki and Angbota. As we take a look at Jimmy's symbol again, you guys may notice that the wolf may represent the first wolves, and the serpent may represent Jormungandr. Even though these creatures may not represent the characters I mentioned, I do believe there could be possibly some creatures that could have the resemblance of a wolf, along with some creatures that may represent a serpent. So those are the creatures that I believe could possibly exist in the Rebel Moon universe. But let me know down in the comments below of which creatures you guys think might also exist in the Rebel Moon universe. And please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I have a new Rebel Moon Theory video releasing. And that is it for today's video. You guys have a good one.